Some nights change your life forever. I thought it was just another quiet Friday. The house was calm. The world felt normal. But when my stepson came home drunk that night, he carried more than alcohol with him. He carried a truth I was never meant to hear. What he revealed shattered everything I believed about my marriage, my family, and the man I trusted most. This is not a story about anger. It's not even just about betrayal. It's about silence, loyalty, and the unexpected courage of someone who finally chose honesty, no matter the cost. As the truth unfolds, you'll see how secrets don't disappear, they wait. And when they surface, they change everything. My name is Emily Carter, and this is what really happened. It started on what I believed was an ordinary Friday night, the kind that feels uneventful while you're living it. Quiet, predictable, forgettable. The kind you never imagine will split your life into a before and an after. The house was silent, wrapped in that deep late-evening stillness, where even the walls seemed to be resting. Outside, the streetlights cast soft orange shadows through the living room windows. Somewhere in the distance, a car passed, tires hissing against the pavement. I had just finished cleaning the kitchen. The last dish was dried and placed back in the cabinet. The counters were wiped down, with the faint scent of lemon cleaner lingering in the air. It was my small ritual, ending the day by putting things in order. Control, even in tiny forms, had always comforted me. I turned off the light, grabbed my phone, and was about to head upstairs when I heard it. The sound was soft at first, a metallic rattle, then again, longer this time, the front door knob. My body stiffened instantly. I hadn't heard Tom's car pull in, and it was too early for him to be home anyway. He'd texted earlier, like he had been doing more and more often lately, running late, work stuff. The door creaked open. A second later, Jake stumbled inside. Even before he stepped fully into the light, the smell hit me. Not just alcohol, yes, there was vodka, sharp and biting, beer too, stale and heavy, but underneath it all was something darker, thicker. A scent that didn't belong to partying or bad decisions. Regret. Anger. Pain. Jake swayed slightly as he closed the door behind him. His movements were clumsy, unsteady, like his body wasn't entirely listening to him anymore. This wasn't like him. Jake wasn't reckless or wild. He was a college kid, sure, but usually calm, reserved, almost guarded. He drank socially, occasionally, but never like this. Tonight, he looked undone. His eyes were bloodshot and glassy. His shirt was wrinkled and half untucked, like he'd stopped caring somewhere along the way. His hair was a mess, as if fingers had run through it again and again in frustration. When he finally lifted his gaze to me, something in my chest tightened. There are moments when your intuition speaks louder than logic. This was one of them. Something was very, very wrong. Jake, I said softly, already moving toward him. Are you okay? He didn't answer right away. He stared at me for a long second, like he was deciding whether to say something or keep holding it inside. Then he laughed, not a happy laugh, not even a drunk one. It was bitter, hollow, the sound someone makes when they're exhausted from carrying too much. Before I tell you what Jake said next, before I tell you how my entire life cracked open in the span of minutes, you need to understand how we got here. Because stories don't begin at the moment everything falls apart. They begin long before that, in the quiet places where we believe we're safe. I met Tom when I was 38 years old. By then, I was divorced, tired, and deeply disappointed in love. I had spent years giving my heart to people who didn't know what to do with it, people who mistook kindness for weakness, who took and took until there was nothing left. My first marriage had ended slowly, painfully, with silence replacing conversation and distance replacing affection. By the time it was over, I felt like I'd failed at something fundamental. Love had started to feel like a language I was no longer fluent in. Then, one evening at a small community fundraiser, I met Tom. He wasn't loud. He wasn't charming in the obvious way. He didn't try to impress anyone. He just existed steady, grounded, calm. At one point, I was struggling to carry several heavy boxes out to my car. I hadn't wanted to ask for help, I'd learned to rely on myself, but suddenly he was there, lifting one of the boxes with an easy smile. Looks like you could use an extra hand, he said. That small moment turned into a conversation. The conversation turned into laughter. Laughter turned into coffee dates, then dinners, then a life together. Tom had a son, Jake, from his previous marriage, and I embraced the role of stepmother with open arms. For the first time in years, I felt safe. Loved. Whole. But that night, with Jake standing there drunk and broken, everything changed. I'm sorry, Emily, he slurred, his voice cracking. I can't keep this in anymore. Dad, he's been cheating on you. For months. With his secretary. I saw them together, and he made me promise not to tell. But I can't watch you get hurt like this anymore. The words hit me like a freight train. The room spun. My perfect life, my steady husband, it was all a lie. Tom had been working late not for projects, but for her. The next day, I confronted Tom. He denied it at first, but the evidence Jake provided, texts, photos, was undeniable. Our marriage ended in tears, lawyers, and heartbreak. But in the ashes, I found strength. And a deeper bond with Jake, who had the courage to speak up. Secrets destroy, but truth, even when it hurts, can set you free.